Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is MCMZ Crypto. In tonight's episode, we're going to be talking about four main topics. The first one is going to be the altcoin and Bitcoin relationship. Then we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and looking at the Bitcoin's charts and seeing what it's going to do in the near future. But as a special, we're going to be talking about two altcoins tonight. Tonight we're going to be talking about Aave and Fantom, but for you to be able to see that, you have to stay tuned in until end of the video and watch it all the way through. I understand if you don't have time and you are in a rush, you want to jump right to those altcoins. If you're a holder, I know you're excited, that's fine. You can go down in the description and you will find timestamps there, but I really recommend you to stay through the whole video and actually watch it through, because there's going to be so much valuable information. If you consider yourself any type of trader, or if you see yourself seriously in future to become a cryptocurrency trader, you have to know this information. It's going to be crucial. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Here we are. So what we can see on the screen on the left hand side, well, on this side of the screen where my mouse currently is, you can see this is the total 2. The ticker is called total 2. So this is a total altcoin market cap excluding Bitcoin. So you can find it on TradingView by typing in total 2, and you're gonna find this chart here, which is basically all of the market cap excluding Bitcoin. So we can see that currently we are at 1.2 trillion area. So there's $1.22 trillion in altcoin market. On the right hand side here, we can see Bitcoin dominance. So these two charts, they basically have a relationship in between them, and the relationship is a negative type of relationship. It's like two magnets that constantly repel each other. So let's look at it. So basically the charts, I've set it up so we can see from the beginning of this year. So 1st of January 22. When I'm moving my cursor along the screen from left to right, you can see that it coincides at the same points in a chart on the Bitcoin dominance chart. So this is the Bitcoin dominance, this is the altcoin chart. So we can see on the Bitcoin side, Bitcoin currently has 41.67% dominance in the whole crypto market. So what that means is that if 100% must be around $2.4 trillion invested in the total crypto market including Bitcoin, then that means that 41% of that amount is actually held in Bitcoin. The rest of it, 60% currently, are held in altcoins. So normally what happens is that when altcoins are going down, Bitcoin is actually going up. So as we can see here, from the 1st of January, well, probably well before that, but just for the purposes of this video, I've set it up so we can only see the charts from the 1st of January 2022. So we can see that altcoins have been in a downtrend in general as a large package of altcoins, not in every single individual one, just all of them excluding Bitcoin. They have been in a general downtrend, which we can confirm, as we know, if you've been holding altcoins, you know your bags have been depleted dollar-wise anyway. However, the Bitcoin seen a rise in dominance. So what we can do, we can throw on a couple of lines, a couple of trend lines, just to put it in perspective. So as we can see here, the altcoins were going down, but as you can see me moving my mouse on the right hand side of that, Bitcoin dominance was actually growing as altcoins was dropping. But something interesting happened here around 15th or I think it was 16th of March. So especially on the altcoin market. So let's take a drawing tool and let's illustrate it. So here in this area, altcoins actually broke this long-standing trend line and started trending outside of it, whereas Bitcoin actually broke it to the downside, as you can see here, and it was on 19th of March when it broke through. So ever since then, altcoins went onto a massive rally up, but Bitcoin dominance had been falling. So normally this is how it goes. That does not mean though that the Bitcoin has to lose value in price, because actually the Bitcoin's price has been going up. It's just simply that the percentage dominance of the Bitcoin has been going down and more money has been flowing from Bitcoin into altcoins. So people literally were selling their Bitcoin to buy altcoins in general, and this and that really shows. So this is a very important shift in the market. So when this is happening, you have to keep your eyes peeled open and you have to keep your eyes close to these charts. I'm not saying that you should keep it minute by minute or hour by hour, but certainly on a daily chart, and when these big significant trend lines either on weekly or daily chart are broken, you should definitely pay attention and you will be rewarded handsomely. So for example, we can go, if we keep in mind this date of 16th of March, and let's take a random altcoin that I've got in my list, let's say XTZ, right? XTZ, Tezos, right? So 14th of March, what has happened? The price of Tezos was $2.80. So on the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th of March, it started going up. It risen in price by 42%. That's a significant rise. If we track the altcoin market, the altcoin dominance, or the Bitcoin dominance and the total 2 chart, we would have been able to capitalize on this run. SNX, synthetics, right? So 7th of March, we're still living underneath here. As you can see, I've put a trend line on it of its own on this synthetics chart. Once it broke through on the 16th of March, actually, like we can see here, it broke through. We went on a massive rally up. So let's see how high did we go. From the bottom, we went up 136%. That's a huge percentage gain. So again, if you were watching these signs, these important technical and fundamental chart analysis signs for the crypto market, you could have capitalized on a lot of gains. So what I'm trying to say is never underestimate a good trend line break on the Bitcoin dominance chart or on the total 2. But enough with that, let's move on. Let's go and see the charts of Bitcoin. So let's have a look what has happened. Let's switch on back to the normal chart and let's see here. So since we spoke yesterday, nothing much really significant has happened today. What we can see is that the Bitcoin is still above this downsloping line of resistance. I mean, support now, resistance now becomes support, but it's been unable to make higher highs. In fact, if we go to 4-hourly chart, we can see that we've been sort of living in this since we broke this line, since we broke this very strong trend line that's been respected on multiple occasions, at least 3. Now we can start counting this a significant and valid trend line. So since it's been broken up upwards on 27th of March, we've been living in this consolidation pattern. So actually at one point today, I thought that we are breaking through, but it was simply a fake out. So let me show you this. We are actually coming to the apex of this triangle, and I believe that within the next 12 hours, we're gonna have a decisive move either up or down. So today I actually went in a trade when the price broke through this upper line of resistance, but unfortunately I was stopped out when it came back in. But that's what I'm saying, guys. When you are trading, always make sure to use stop losses to protect your capital. It was a small loss and I'm not embarrassed to admit it. You know, all traders have losses. That's fine, as long as you keep your losses small and your winners large. Then over the long period of time, you should come out at the top. So sometimes you need to take a stab at the same trade more than once to actually capitalize on it. So unfortunately it was only a fake out and it came back in. But hey, if I wake up in the morning tomorrow early and I see either a break up or down, I will probably get into another trade, and I know that I will make money eventually. So that's Bitcoin for us right now. in my opinion, in general, we are still looking bullish on Bitcoin. I still have not changed my stance on it, because I believe that, you know, since we broke through this trend line, I think we are in the bullish phase. Let's switch to a different chart. So this is the chart that I've showed you a couple of days ago. So you can clearly see that we are still above this line of resistance, and also we are above this area, horizontal area of support now. So as long as we are keeping above it, I'm expecting to be bullish. So basically, as you can see here, these two boxes, I was trying to enter today in a trade, but unfortunately that trade failed, which is not a big deal. Things happen, trades fail, you know, but over the long term, if we keep taking winners that are actually larger than our losers, then over a long term we're gonna come out at the top. So we can see here that on the hourly chart that actually this trade nearly I took one-to-one profits, but then it went down and took me out on both of these trades. However, had I won them both, this would have been so much, I mean, this trade would have recovered many of these small losses. This is the type of trading that I do. And you know, even if I lose 2 or 3 trades in a row, by the 4th or 5th one that I get, I make my money many times over back. So that's how it goes. One thing I wanted to show you is actually an indicator, and it's an indicator that I haven't spoken to you guys about, but I really like it. It's really interesting. It's called MA exponential, moving average exponential ribbons. So let's see on a daily time frame what we can see this indicator is doing. So when the price is bullish historically, it stays above this indicator. It does not pierce through it. We know we are in a bullish phase. So, but when these moving average lines cluster together and then change the direction, as you can see here, at the bottom it's a 200 moving average, at the top it's 21 or maybe 7, very kind of like shorter moving average or a smaller period moving average. Once the price actually goes through it, they start converging. You can see they've changed direction. Now the yellow one becomes at the bottom, and the dark red one is at the top, and the price is below it. The price lives below this. So, and then once again it pierces through it and starts dancing on the top of this moving average, exponential moving average cluster. And when the price goes down, this was just a fake out, but then again it continued up. Now for the more recent period, we've been living right beneath it, as you can see, right beneath it. But look what's happening now. Look what's happening now. So since we've been in this triangle, there are few technical patterns that are actually showing that we are turning into a bullish phase. And you know, as more indicators, I'm actually looking at the indicators that I've used in the past, and I have some trust and I know how they work, the more I am convinced that we are coming into a very bullish phase. As we can see here, moving average ribbon is starting to twist back to the positive side. As you can see here, we kind of bottomed out in this area, and here it starts to twist again, and we are starting to dance above it. That is a very bullish sign, and we are expecting more upside to come unless we break through back into this triangle, and then potentially if we break down, then we're gonna have to reevaluate the whole situation again. But I am bullish until proven otherwise, because you cannot survive otherwise in the trading. You never have any guarantees. You don't have 100% guarantee. You have probabilities, and right now all probabilities are showing towards the upside. So if I had to be bullish or bearish, I have to say I'm probably 70% bullish and 30% bearish. But if I am, because I'm a trader of probabilities, so I have to make my trades based on that. So that's why we always have to keep in mind risk to reward ratio. You know, you have to, your risk has to be smaller than your potential reward, and that's the only way you're going to survive in these markets. So my next level where I believe we're going to go to is going to be, as we said previously, 50,000 to 52,000. Then once we get to that area, we're going to go to 55 to 56, 60, and then sky's the limit really. But we have to trade from the box to box, from level to level, and reevaluate accordingly the whole general market. Okay, so enough about Bitcoin. Let's jump in and look at some altcoins. So as promised earlier, we're going to look at the Aave, Aave and Fantom. However, we're going to start with Aave. So let's check the charts of Aave and what can we see. So with Aave, again, the ribbon is definitely twisting and turning and becoming bullish. As you can see, we've been in a long-term downtrend since the January of this year. Was it January? No, sorry, the Aave started its downtrend basically in August 2021. So we've been in a massive downcline since the August. But we have actually broken through this area of resistance, this trend line, and we have broken through with vengeance. If you can have a look and see at this volume, massive volume spike at the time of this price breaking through, you know, that is certainly something very, very significant. It does not happen every day. It does not happen often. As you can see, there's been a cluster of volume, but at the time there's been a lot of volatility. But you see these clusters of volume, I mean these spikes of volume at the time of reversals or big market movements. And as you can see here, we have not had such a large spike of volume for a very long time. So we can actually see how much money has gone into it. You see, for example, per day it's been trading roughly 7 to 10. You can see this is the volume indicator here. You can see it's been trading 7 to 10,000 Aave on a KuCoin exchange per day, and then suddenly we started trading like 77,000, 112,000 Aave per day on the KuCoin exchange. So when that happens, that means a large volume of money is actually flowing into this coin, and normally what it does, it pushes the price through either positively or negatively. But once it happens, then it indicates for the future direction of the price, whichever way it broke through. So it is normal for us to have a retracement now, and potentially we're gonna retrace back to these moving averages. So which would also coincide with Fibonacci level 61, potentially 50, or maybe even 38. If the price dips down to 38, it will also coincide with this downsloping trend line that we broke. Oftentimes when the patterns are broken upwards, they come back to retest the area where they broke through, but from there another volume spike comes in, and we basically overtake the highs, the recent highs, and we start trading in this higher high, higher low trajectory upwards. So when that happens, you need to be ready, you need to be in the markets, and you need to capitalize on those gains, because these sort of moves don't come often. When they come, you have to be there to capitalize on them. Okay guys, let's move on and let's go to the next altcoin. Let's go to Fantom. One of my viewers yesterday requested me to look into Fantom, so I will always do whatever I can in order to respond to the comments and actually look into the things that you guys are asking me to look into. So yeah, let's go to Fantom and let's see what Fantom is doing. So right here, okay, so on the chart of Fantom, let's look from the point of January this year. We've been in a massive downtrend. We've lost 70% of the value of the dollar value of Fantom. So however, I got to say that we have broken through this downsloping channel, but unfortunately what I can see is that it's broken through once before and it was a complete fake out. It fell back into this channel or a downsloping veg, but now actually recently on 21st of March we have actually broken through it, and it seems like now this time it is for real. However, if you listened earlier what I said about the exponential ribbon, moving average ribbon, and how important it is for price, and the price either trends below it or it trends above it. There is also another scenario where the price can be trading through it. So for example, I'm not sure if you're going to see it in Fantom, but there's a little bit of scenario like that here, although it was with a bearish bias, but it kind of traded through it without really doing anything much. So we want to see that we go in a trend. So this indicator is great when the price is in a trend, in a strong trend. When it's just going through it, it doesn't mean anything. But right now we can still see that we are definitely in a bearish phase of the Fantom price movement. However, we are, each time that we break through a little bit more. So for me to consider the Fantom in a bullish phase, I need to see more, and I just simply cannot see it right now. We have not taken out these lower highs. You know, we're still trending in the stair-step pattern downwards until things change. At the moment, nothing has changed. However, I do believe that we might be in for a change very, very soon, and there are a few reasons for that. We are coming close to a very significant area in the chart. As you can see, this teak or green line, these are the previous all-time highs. Previous all-time highs are very important. Price often after a massive rally comes back to it, retests it, and goes for a new rally higher. So right now we are seeing the first signs of that happening, but as from now, in comparison to other altcoin charts, Fantom is still looking a little bit bearish. So let me take off this ribbon. Let me take off the ribbon and actually look at the other type of technical analysis. Let's put on 50 moving average here, because I like to trade just with one moving average, if any. Oh, it is actually 50. Okay. So we can see we pierced through 50, but we are falling back into it. But since we've broken this line, there is a chance that we are coming into a bullish or more bullish phase of Fantom. So I will not exclude that this could happen. It could come to retest this area. It is very, very possible. It would also be a retesting of the recent lows, and that would be classed as the double bottom. And then if, providing the general crypto market is bullish and the altcoins are still running, we would be expecting a run at least up to about $2 in Fantom, which would be percentage wise from here a gain of 112%. I mean, no altcoin runs just because they run all together. It's rare that they run separately. So I believe that the altcoin season is around the corner, is just not here just yet. It is setting up for it, but we cannot start building the positions until it's confirmed. At the moment, there was a good run over the last 2 weeks, but by no means we can say that the bull season has started or the alt season has started. I cannot confirm that. Another way looking at this would be by adding a Fibonacci. So let's say from the from the last swing low to the most recent swing high, if we put these lines here, we can see that we are retracing back, which is an absolutely normal retracement. There's nothing to be worried about. We recently had 62% run, which is not too shabby, but talking about structural levels, I just simply don't see them just yet. There are some signs, but we're not fully there. So the price potentially could retrace back to 61 fib, it could retrace to 50 or 38.2 and start reversing from there. If all of these fib levels are negated, then I would expect for the price to go down to the previous lows, create a double bottom, and then start a brand new fresh rally higher by breaking this 50 moving average, probably retesting it and continuing to the previous highs, all-time highs, depending on where the alt season is gonna go. So time wise, this could happen by end of April, I believe, but we do still have some more bearish action to come before that, so the things will get worse before they get better. That's my analysis on Fantom. So guys, this will be it for my video. Again, the video has turned in for much longer the video than I expected it initially, but thank you very much for staying till the end. I really appreciate you liking my videos, subscribing to my videos, and sharing them with your friends. As promised, I will see you back tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching this, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.